Hey Kobe, Ben, America's Baseball Camps, just touching base in regards to your swing from the President's Day camp in Arizona. And thanks for coming to Arizona for that few days of camp, and look forward to hopefully having you back and giving you a couple pointers here that I see to maybe work on during the season. And let's go ahead and get started here. So just looking at your swings for a couple of your first few hacks, and it looks really good as far as for having a really good base and a really good start. Nice and aggressive through the ball, very athletic. A couple things. You do like to start, obviously, open. Your front leg is already firm. Your backside is a little bit open. And it seems like you're like that open stance a little bit, which is fine. Just making sure that you're on time and you are aggressive through the baseball. So let's go with it like the way it is, and let's see how we do in regards to where we get in that launch position. Because, again, I don't really care how you start and how you finish, but once land foot hits, we all kind of look similar. So let's see what happens here. As you get yourself loaded, I do like where your hands go. Your hands start up a little bit close and get yourself back. You do have a couple timing mechanisms that you do. Your hands go back. You start a little bit open. Just make sure as you're facing guys throwing harder and harder and harder that you're going to get yourself ready to hit, because the more timing mechanisms you have, the more chance for error you have as well. So you do have a little bit more than normal, a few things to do before you start your swing, and that's fine. Just make sure that you get yourself ready to go. So one thing I do see as I go with my backside, you'll see a big one to be aware of is we need to keep the weight inside of our feet, and you'll notice how your knee is really just straight up and down from your foot. And you'll see on this side, or a lot of hitters on TV, you'll see that their knees are really inside of their feet. So make sure if you're going to start that far back, I would take that back foot and probably turn it in just a hair, so you can have that knee just turn over here just a hair, and that's going to get you some more power. Taking that back knee into the front knee, working on all parts of the field and that type of thing. So just something to be aware of, because as you get yourself loaded, you can see that knee actually goes a little bit back behind, and just making sure that they want to keep that thing in. One thing I do see as I go forward, you are at picture perfect at contact right there in regards to getting yourself in that stride and that land foot. Your land foot hits, your hips down going forward. You're going to begin to rotate, taking that back knee into the front knee. Only thing I do see on that is your kind of barrel drop below my hand a little bit. Right when you get to this point, you can see that barrel is beginning to drag on you a little bit in regards to keeping that up at this point, just keeping it up and working downhill a little bit more. This one was a hair working uphill, but it looks like you still hit it well. Firm front sides closed. That's very good on this. On your line from the feet are looking good for your back leg. If I go from the ground all the way through, would like to see your head just a little bit taller in regards to kind of balancing more of a bottled water on your head, and that will get you a little bit taller, working a little bit more downhill compared to working uphill, which is natural for a lot of high school players to keep the ball in the air. But that next level is just working it, ground ball, or not ground balls, but line drive to down compared to working uphill a little bit. But all in all, looks like you've been working a lot on this, and it looks really good. Focus on your finish a little bit to make sure both legs might not be straight. I know this is after the ball is already gone, which isn't a huge concern of mine, but just something to make sure when I stay back that right now you can still keep that nice bend and arc in your back leg, so when your timing is off and you are out in front, that you are staying back. So that's the only thing on your finish. But there's not a lot to focus on here. Again, the only thing I would focus on is just making sure that you start open and you bring your hands back. Just make sure you get yourself ready to go. And those guys that throw really tough. Here's another swing here. And this one you did get a lot more turned over. As I go through and focus on my contact, you can see it seems like the barrel is getting below my hands a little bit, and I'm working kind of uphill. You can see that barrel is already collapsed, and you're going to start working uphill. Your head's in a good position right there, but then as you go through, it begins to turn more. And you can see I'm beginning to work uphill, and this head is really turned sideways, which is going to make me, usually when my head goes, that's going to take my barrel and have that drag. And just make sure for guys that throw, really hard on the inner half, that you can work downhill to those balls and not be kind of inside them and go uphill through them. So you can see when you're finished, you stand up back tall with your head, and that's something just to be cautious of, to be at contact to work downhill as well. So let's see another swing here. And that's really the only thing I see is the fact of looks like we go away pretty well. Just making sure on those guys that throw really hard inner half that we're really working on downhill, because it seems like we want to get underneath it and really try to lift it and put it in the air a lot. Maybe not to the pull side, but as far as that's the only thing I see is just getting you tall and working more downhill, so you can really make sure that we're working line drive down instead of kind of line drive to up. And that's really the biggest things that I see. So just make sure that you're really consistent. You can see how you kind of start nice and tall, and then as I go to swing, I do shrink a little bit and my levels change. You can see at the start of our swing, you're kind of here. That's kind of our eye level. And then if we go to contact here, you can see that's about a half a foot, 6 inches or so difference of our levels. And what that's going to do, if you stay level, stay your eye level somewhere in between there, and you focus on that barrel staying a little bit higher above my hands and working downhill a little bit more in that drive mode, I think that'll make a big difference for you. So, but mechanically, you're really good at contact. At your finish, hold your finish. Make sure you keep that back leg nice and bent and staying back. Get tall. Keep your posture at contact. Don't let that barrel get below our hands and drag. Work on that inner half pitch. But you're almost there, and it looks really good. So keep up the hard work. Great job at camp, and we'll look forward to seeing you back soon and see how your baseball career progresses.